Your very first nail kit. If you have a limited budget, but you can't wait to get started and you really want to start unleashing your creativity, creating beautiful work, all you need is a little nail kit like this. Let me show you what you need in order to start creating really beautiful, long-lasting, safe results just like these. Before we look inside our actual kit, I want to start with our equipment. Whether you're doing this professionally or you just want to do it for yourself, you will need to have a table and a good chair. Highly recommend getting a good chair straight away, and don't do what I did. When I first started, I really wanted to start, and I had this table and it was really low, so it had this thing underneath the table and you couldn't put your legs under on a regular height chair. So I got my stepdad to create a chair out of 3 pieces of wood, and I put a little blanket on top so it wouldn't hurt too much, and I worked like that for maybe 2 or 3 months. I do not recommend doing this. Please get a chair, because otherwise your back, your hips, your neck are going to be so sore, and you'll spend so much more money going to get a massage, going to a chiropractor and trying to fix everything than you would if you have just invested in a good quality chair. So chair is a must. If you're going to be doing this professionally, then you will also need a client chair so that they're comfortable as well. And we will need a table lamp regardless of whether you're doing this professionally or not. A curing lamp. This is where we dry our nails, so where the gel goes from a liquid into a solid. I highly recommend 2 more things. Number 1 is a dust extractor. This is primarily for your own safety so that you're not breathing in all of that dust, and so that you have a really nice clean space and you're not coming in and there's dust all over the place. Another thing that I really recommend is one of these. This is an armrest. This is the best thing that's happened to me as a nail technician. Your client holds their hands like this, and that means you have full control of their hand, and it is at your eye level. So you're not sitting squished up like this, trying to see something like this. You're sitting comfortably, you can see everything, everything's right in front of your eyes, and your back and your neck will thank you for this forever, endlessly. So these are the things that I really recommend having before you start, so that you can work safely, comfortably, and not damage your own body, not damage your health. So let's get started with our actual kit. Let's have a look what's inside. Number 1 is our protection. We want to make sure that we have a mask. Even if we have a dust extractor, always need to have a mask. Nitrile gloves, must have, because here you're not just protecting yourself from the gel, from the dust, you're also protecting your client as well from yourself. Next, we will need an e-file. This is one of the most useful tools that will help you create beautiful, flawless results just like these, and you will be able to create that really clean, crisp, long-lasting finish. But the thing is, this machine is an amazing helper if you know how to use it correctly, how to use it safely, if you know the correct technique. However, if this is used incorrectly, with the wrong bits, with the wrong speed, with the wrong technique, the wrong angles, movements, positions, then you can cause a lot of damage, potentially even permanent nail damage to your client or to yourself. So this is something that needs to be done by a trained professional. So you need to make sure that you train in e-file before you do an e-file manicure. And if you want to learn how to do a perfect, safe e-file manicure, I am waiting for you in my course, E-File Manicure Foundations, where I teach you absolutely everything you need to know about starting as a new nail artist, from opening up your business to setting everything up to the actual manicure itself, gel application, running your business, client attraction, how to take perfect photos, how to run your Instagram, how to attract clients and work at a high price, not at a price where you barely even pay off the investment that you have made. So you want to be running this as a business, as a profitable business. So if you want to learn how to do this, if you want to join, if you're ready, click on the link in the video description and I'll tell you all about the course. You'll find out everything you need to know. So make sure that If you're using an e-file, you know how to use it before you actually start. So we don't do any damage to anyone. The next thing we'll need is our tools, our e-file tools. So the first thing is our manicure set. This is what it looks like. We have some cuticle cutters. You can use scissors if you like instead. We have a flame bit, a ball bit, a silicone polisher, and a remover bit. You can also have a pusher, but if you want to save money in the meantime, while you're starting out, you can also use a super universal instrument, your orange wood stick. You can use it as a pusher and also as a little helper during your gel application. We will also need a nail file. You can either have a normal nail file. These need to be disposed after every single client. So you use it on one client, throw it out, or give it to the client to keep. Or as an alternative, you can use a metal file base that gets disinfected, and on top of it you stick one of these little disposable sticky adhesive bits. So you take this off, stick it on, use it. Once you're done, you just peel this off, throw this out in the bin, and this gets disinfected. And this is a much more cost-effective method of your nail files. However, if you do use your normal nail file, make sure that you throw it out after every single client, because otherwise it gets very unhygienic. Next, we will need a little brush. So this is a little dust brush. You can either have a little fishy like this that you disinfect and treat appropriately, or you have single-use little dust brushes. You know those little pink pedicure brushes? That's what I'm talking about. And when you're done with that, throw it out. So one client, one set. Once we are done, we throw everything out, throw out all our disposables out, and everything that gets kept, we treat it appropriately. Next in our kit, we have our lint-free wipes, and we need these in order to dehydrate and clean the nail. So we will be cleaning the natural nail and preparing it with a dehydrator. I highly recommend this. This is Accent's Prep and Wipe. This is really great for preparing the nail bed after your manicure, before you put your product on. And isopropyl spirit is an absolute must to help you clean everything, clean the gel. Basically, it has lots of different uses. Must have it. I personally don't use acetone in my salon at all because it is a very harsh chemical and usually dries out the nails too much. So we don't want to be over damaging the nail unnecessarily. And then we have our liner brush. This is very important in order to create that really crisp, perfect finish and to help with our leveling out. This gives us really good control of our gel, so we know exactly what we're doing with it and we're applying it correctly. Next up, we have our actual gels. So I recommend making sure that you have a rubber base. This is going to be a base that is very adhesive, so it's going to help with the retention. Then we want a builder gel. It doesn't matter which company, which product you use, just make sure that you understand how it works. This is a builder gel. We will have a base gel, so different types of base gels in order to make sure that you have the correct base for different types of nails, because you can't have one fit all solution. One gel will not be suitable for absolutely everyone. So you need to understand the different properties of different gels and how they are used and what they're used for. Probably the most favorite part of any nail technician or anyone is buying all the pretty things, all the pretty colors. These are my favorite colors. Not the actual colors itself, but I really like this brand for colors because they have very highly pigmented colors and I love them. They're very easy to use. Some of them you can apply in one coat. They are very fast. I will attach a little list of must-have colors in the description below, so make sure you check that out so that you don't waste your money buying colors that will be used once a year, if that, and you've ended up spending all that money, all that time, and not actually getting an income from that gel. So we want to start off with buying products that are going to be used very quickly with everyone. So very popular products, commonly used colors, so that they are used quickly and you can get your money back much faster so that you can expand your collection much quicker. Last but not least, my absolute favorite top out of all the tops that I've ever tried. This is my absolute favorite. It's Accent's Shine On. This is a top without sticky layer. It is very easy to use. It self levels. Love it. It is perfect. my recommendation. So this is it. This is all that you need in your nail kit to get you started and start creating beautiful nails. And remember, especially if you're going to be doing this professionally, we need to make sure that we are sterilizing everything in autoclave pouches. So these are ready to go. We put our tools inside. And I also really recommend having a surface disinfectant that you use to clean everything up between every single client. My favorite is Clinidet because it's suitable both for instruments, so you have a different solution for your instrument disinfection, and you can use the same solution, not that solution, but a separate solution, to treat all of your surfaces so that everything is clean and disinfected and safe. As a little bonus, you can also have polygel, a polygel brush, looks like this, and some nail forms. This is to ensure that you always have perfect nails. So if someone comes in with a broken nail, you don't want to cut off all of the rest of the nails and just fix it, you can do this. But here's the secret to how to start without having to buy an autoclave. What you can do in order to be able to work and work legally and work safely, what you can do is go to your local dentist or a podiatrist and ask them to sterilize your tools for you. So you can disinfect everything, bag everything up like so, and take all of your ready sets to them and get them to actually sterilize it for you. Usually you can do this for about a couple of dollars per packet, so it's quite cheap. So you can gather a little kit like this for around $1,000 to $1,500. But if you want to make sure that you get the right things straight away without having to buy lots and lots of unnecessary things that you don't end up using or don't end up being beneficial for you or waste your time, make sure that you have a look at the link in the description under this video and check out my course where I'll tell you exactly what to buy, exactly how, what, when, where, so that you don't waste your time, don't waste any money, and can get onto creating beautiful nails and making lots of money.